What's up, YouTube? This is Eli the Ninja back again. Today we're actually going to look at a couple scrims that have been played recently by these top teams. Really going to hone in specifically on Forbidden CTF. So I found a couple games that we're going to take a look at. This first one between Sentinels and Cloud9, it ended in just 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Sentinels got the 3-0 and Sparty didn't even die. So Sparty went perfect. And there is a goose on the other team, but we don't have to shout him out. That would be rude. And then we're going to, right after that, jump into Forbidden CTF of Optic versus Business, which is also a 3-0 that ended in 5 minutes. So this game type already looking like it could be one of the fastest game types, especially if there's kind of a big difference in skill between the two teams. But I mean, I'll be honest, I don't think there shouldn't be a huge difference between Optic and Business. I mean, Business being essentially that native red roster from last season, Druck, Last Shot, Talik, and Manny. So Last Shot replacing Soul Snipe. Otherwise, it's that same roster we saw have a lot of success last year. So a little bit surprising to see them get, by the way, they got 15 0'd in the scrim overall here. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. We're going to pull up Boo Boo Doo-Boo's file share. They're actually still scrimming right now, and they just played this one, so it should be one of the last games he played. Looks like this is it right here. So, yeah, this was a quick one. 3 minutes. Let's see why they were able to decimate so handily here. I'm really curious about the opening strat too, because it feels like there's kind of a meta where both teams heavily aggress the other team's sniper. So like if you can secure your own sniper, the overshield, and the other team's sniper, like that's probably an instant flag run. So that's what I'm expecting off the start here. Let's see who goes for what though. All right, so look at this. They're actually sending 3 players towards the snipe side, the other team's snipe side. Lethal, the one that hangs back for his own. Falcade is going to stay here and contest the overshield. Sees 3 people top mid. Probably didn't expect that. Super clutch kill on Diagram. You could probably argue that if they don't secure the overshield off the rip here, this wouldn't be a 3-minute game. I'll be shocked if Cloud9 gets this overshield and they still win as quickly as they do. So it looks like we get 1 kill on this side. Let's take a look at what Lethal's doing. Lethal was getting attacked, had to back up for his sniper. Finds Rami top middle. He's about to get back smacked here. Yeah, wow. So he actually loses the sniper. Which player is this? Tusk has theirs. Back smacked and stole the sniper, but he gets taken down immediately. So that's a huge kill from Falcated. Comes off spawn to kill that player. Let's back it up one more time and see what Boo Boo and Sparty are doing on the other side off this starting strat. So Boo Boo just goes straight to these nades, throws that, like that grenade. Tries to help the fight for OS. Just being very patient. Sparty. They're still looking for this sniper player, so Cloud9 sniper does a good job to stay alive for a while. And then look at this, with just 1 dead, Sparty says it's time to run the flag. And I've talked about this a lot. This is a game mode that you can kind of force a flag run if you know there's no enemies in their base, or you just spawn kill 1 person and you start running it. Sometimes it makes it all the way home because all it takes is for you to get the flag past this point right here. If this player gets this around the corner, they're basically home free. Yeah, Boo Boo hits the slide and that flag should go home now. All they have to do now is spawn kill on the other side. And this is the really important positioning to be this successful on this map, is just control the other team's snipe side. Sparty actually was so close to dying here. Falcated now going to be the one that watches his back. Look at that slick run through the pillar right there. So this flag's going to go home. Lethal. Just trying to cut these players off. He knows they're going to attempt to stop the flag run. I think Boo Boo and Falcated both died. They're coming out spawn. All they have to do is clear their snipe side, and they should be able to bring this home. So Falcated is going to actually go through the back of the base. Get some shots down, and then he and Boo Boo are going to work together to fight this guy at the snipe side. All they really have to do is take their time, secure the kills, do it in a safe way. Taking these back routes that are usually a lot safer. Boo Boo's still alive here. They're just so patient here. Sparty has just been chilling here, just dealing damage. They know they have to get a couple slays before they can run it in. They know that Cloud9 are watching it. And finally... No, still not able yet. The patience continues. Falcated says, I'm full shields, I'll go for it. Sparty knows he should contest this overshield, and there's a sniper here. See if he hits a shot here. No, that player's just gonna leap the OS off the map. Kind of desperate, you think. Feels like he could have probably secured it for his team, but maybe his team was taking heavy fire there. And wow, does Sparty just take another one? Cloud9 not rotating through the back of the base to clear their own side. I feel like that's kind of necessary in this game type. You have to secure your own snipe hut, so the other team can't just live there for free and make your life hell. Seems like they're pushing heavily to the Sentinels sniper side, but without protecting their own sniper side, Sentinels can just patiently create the conditions to run the flag. I'm honestly seeing insane patience this game from Sentinels. They are so... They just wait until they have a shield advantage or a slay advantage, and then they push up. The discipline is out of control, and just like that, 3-0 Sentinels. Sparty did not even die this game. Complete domination, just probably a better understanding of how the game type is played than Cloud9 in general. But very impressive display here. We're going to take a look at the other game, which was a little bit more competitive. This one went for 5 minutes instead of just 3. And looking across the board here, it looks like Lucid popped off with a snipe, so maybe we'll watch Lucid. He had 5 snipe kills. So let's find that game. By the way, you guys can do this if you want to watch pro gameplay. Just add them to your list. It doesn't even matter if they add you back. These guys have definitely egoed me, and most of them have not added me back, but it doesn't matter. I can still click on their name and watch them play the game. So let's take a look. Looks like Lucid played a lot of matchmaking. So we'll have to find the exact game here. This is all matchmaking still. More matchmaking. This man is grinding. You kind of have to respect it. It's a pro player playing this much matchmaking. Let's look at the date on that. Okay, so he actually has his custom games hidden. So let's look at Trippy instead. Let's see if he has his custom games hidden. No, so he has them on display. So we should be able to find it on Trippy's profile. This was yesterday. And yeah, you can... I will say one caveat to this is you can't watch all 1,400 pages of their games. It's going to be all of the games they played since the last patch. If you try to watch a game that was played before the last patch, then it's going to give an error. It just the file is corrupted or whatever. But we found the game pretty easily here. And let's take a look at Lucid's POV. Curious to see the difference in opening strat here between Optic and Sentinels. We saw Cloud9 sent 3 players towards Overshield. So did Sentinels. They're just leaving 1 player back at their base. Lucid's gonna go for his sniper rifle here. Being watched by Dead Zone. Very nice shot. Pick off the player going for OS. Looks like Formal tried to push into the other team's snipe side. Lucid here finds another kill. It's hard to play Halo in general against somebody that's hitting all their snipe shots. Lucid looks like he is very warmed up here. Good job by that player on business to take him out of scope there. So very different opening compared to the last one we saw. Optic, don't just run away with it. I'm really curious to see this moment right here. How does Optic play after they go 4 dead on this map? And I like to see this from Dead Zone. So Dead Zone's actually rotating backwards towards his snipe side because he knows how important it is to contest his own sniper area. Because if business have control of their snipe, that's usually the conditions to set up for a flag run, right? So if you go 4 dead, the first thing you should do when you come off spawn on this map is usually just rotate towards your own snipe side and make sure that nobody can, you know, take over that side and start spawn killing you. So now let's take a look at where Optic is. So Dead Zone pushes all the way in for the flag, and they have complete control of the other team's snipe hut, where one of them has the other team's sniper. Trippy's actually watching the OE on the bottom of the ramp there. And look at all of business. They're just kind of trapped. 2 of them decide to try to OE through the tunnel, but they're met by Trippy. Trippy kills one, Formal kills the other. Now Dead Zone and Lucid just have to kill these last couple of guys in their base, and this is an easy flag run. So I mean, literally at this point, it's a guaranteed cap. I think Optic also know that there are some spawn points here at the pistol and down here at the pillars. So I think they might actually be intentionally blocking these. This is really interesting. If you intentionally block the pillar spawn and the pistol spawn, then the other team can't spawn into an overextension, which by the way, happens pretty frequently. If you're deep in the other team's base and nobody's over here, the other team will spawn right behind you, essentially in your base. You can spawn right down here at the pillars and right up here at the pistol. So for Optic to stand in those spots tells me that they could be potentially blocking those spawns on purpose so that it's kind of impossible for business to do anything about this flag cap. They're going to keep them trapped in the back of the base. These positions almost guarantee that that's the only place they can spawn is in the back of the base. So Optic really doing their homework on this game type, and it really makes sense, right? Like we've seen them dominate this map in all of the online tournaments as of late. How did they get this flag? He decides to run it this way instead. This is interesting. Maybe they predicted that the spawns flipped or recognized that all of them had rotated to the snipe side. Yeah, there's callouts. So yeah, just go to the side of least resistance. He knew that this would be an easier route to cap this flag. While he's capping this, looks like Trippy's going to pick up the overshield. I think Trippy just one of the best in the game when it comes to controlling the sandbox, just being on top of it at all times. Gives himself an advantage in just about every situation. Finds himself down here in the courtyard, which by the way is probably the worst part of the map to be. He didn't really have a choice. He kind of had to run away there, but it's very hard to stay alive there. Lucid gonna move up here. Just keep applying pressure. Keep these guys trapped in their base. Wow, business completely melt him. Formal just causing a ruckus. Probably knows he's dead here. Just gonna try to get a kill before he dies. He's unable to do so. Dead Zone continues to aggress. Just getting one kill here is going to slow down business and give time for Dead Zone's teammates to come off spawn. And Trippy, wow, the patience. I think he spawned in the tunnel. Clambers mid-fight and still wins that. That's disgusting. What a sick 5-shot by Trippy. Not easy to do, to clamber mid-fight and still win. But now, they've kind of shifted back into somewhat of a defensive stance. Trippy just trying to stay alive here. Bobs and weaves around the pillars. It does die. Yo, thanks for the follow. Curious. Lucid's gonna jump up here. Okay. Trying to secure their own sniper. This makes sense to me. Snipers are so important on this map. You really got to make sure you secure your own sniper so the other team can't steal it. Because having control of the other team's sniper is just so difficult for the other team to do anything about. You can completely take over the game. Look at how defensive Formal's playing here. I like this. He is not interested to move forward with his sniper at all, especially while his teammates are dead. Now that he's got a few slays in favor of his team, he's pushing up a little bit, but even still, maybe recognizes he's the only player left on his team that could watch this side for now. Wants to help his teammates secure their snipe side. And then he gets pushed, and you can see why he was so far back. He was trying to prevent himself from dying and giving the sniper away. He still does, though. Good push from Business here. On the other side, Trippy in dead zone, fighting for this overshield. It's up in 2 seconds. I think Optic know that as long as they can secure this, they should be good to get their sniper back. So they actually move forward, and wow, I expect a flag pull right here for sure. So with just 2 dead, but they have perfect positioning, right? Like dead zone is on the snipe street, Formal's top middle as well. And then Lucid has a sniper and he's pushing up at the same time. So these are, even though they only have 2 dead, these are perfect conditions to just go ahead and pull the flag. This is a big mistake that I see in matchmaking on this game type, where players hesitate to pull the flag. They try to create like the perfect conditions to run a flag by getting 3 or 4 dead. But like, dude, if you're already in their base and you have 2 dead, just start running it, because this is how quickly you cap it. As long as you cut off the couple guys that it leak through, just like this, easy cap. So yeah, that was a masterclass by Optic in this game mode. Some very interesting stuff. I think they are very in tune with the spawn system, manipulating it to their favor. And we saw similar gameplay out of Sentinels, right? Both teams proving to be very good at this game type, both 3-0ing their opposition in each of these scrim games we just watched. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the breakdown of these Forbidden CTF matches. I cannot wait for Arlington. I'll be casting on LVT Halo. So make sure you guys tune in for that and don't miss any of the action. This is going to be some of the best Halo we've ever seen in Halo Infinite.